Yeah, Zoom does.
I see Carrie's little thing just popped up.
Oh, he's live now. Huh. Live review Motrin Cordless. Okay.
You want me to close that window out?
Hello everybody, welcome to this live stream. We're going to have a look at Windows 11, and I'm hearing a little extra noise here somewhere. Where is that? I'm going to hit a couple buttons here, and let's make sure that one is muted. And let's mute this one over here. Yep, okay, I think that's the one that did it. And then AVDW check. So here's watch. And have somebody check the DVD, please. I see Aaron's in the chat room. That's marvelous. And let me know about the audio and video. And then when David comes on screen with us, let me know how his audio is. So I've been looking at some of the videos that are out there of Windows 11. It's a developer's edition that got leaked, so it's not complete. And a couple of people let me know that they have it installed. And David Nation Sr. here is the first one to agree to come on with me and show how it works. David is a subscriber, and he has watched a lot of the videos he's told me, but he has not yet participated in a live stream with us. So you folks that are in the live stream now in the chat room probably don't know him yet. So let me go click a couple buttons here, and I'll unmute David and punch the Zoom button. So there we are. Hello, David. How are you?
I'm fine. Thanks, Doug.
Good. Thank you so much for doing this. I was hoping somebody would take me up on this. So, go ahead.
I really enjoy this Windows 11. There's a couple of things that I don't like that I can't do with it, but I guess that's just something you got to put up with.
Okay. Well, maybe the final edition, when it's ready for, what was it? RTM, release to manufacturing. I think that's the right way to say the acronym. Maybe they'll have the rest of what you are interested in. So I see here that Aaron has told us that David's audio is good. And I'm seeing people in the chat room. Let's see what we've got. We're showing 6 right now. Hello, Hashim and Al and Aaron. And let's see. Yep, that's it. That have shown up in the chat window. So you installed this, what, yesterday? Did you get it the day before?
Day before, I believe. Yeah.
Okay. And what prompted you to want to do this? You already gave me the clue. I'm looking for you to tell the audience your role with Microsoft.
Well, I've been with Microsoft since the day they started. Back in the day when I used Windows 3, 3.1, and then when they came out with Windows XP, they started a what they called a beta program for people to join, so we could run Windows XP and then give them feedback on what items weren't working properly and that kind of thing. So I've been doing this since then.
Okay, awesome. And you're in the Insiders program?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So let's see. You're not in the. They've changed the wording a few times. There's a developers track, and they were calling them rings for a while, and so you're as the Insider track. You're getting the copy that is after the developers have worked with it, and then it's getting close to final edition. Is that right?
Well, from what I understand, the latest build that we've been working on is going to become Windows 11 when they decide to release it.
Okay.
So I'm not sure whether that's accurate or not, but that's what I've read. All
right. Well, how about we go take a look at it then? And I see Dan the Man is in the chat room. Hi, Dan. So I've got remote connection already to your computer. I'm going to minimize your YouTube video on your computer, and that's the Windows 11 computer. Then I'm going to minimize the Zoom session, And then I'll punch a button here to bring up your computer and adjust these picture-in-pictures a little bit. Let's see, get this one here. There. Now, you're not seeing this piece right now because you're not watching the video, but I think you've seen, you said that you have watched my live stream videos after they went,
Right.
after they were published. Okay, so here it is, Windows 11. You told us there's some things about it that you don't like or that you can't do. So eventually let's get to that, but let's just take the very first obvious thing. Likely people who are watching this video live are already aware of this. The icons on the taskbar centered, and that can be adjusted. You can turn that off to where it goes back to the left side as what we're accustomed to with Windows 10. And then in the right side, it looks like we got the system tray as we're used to, and we got a very different background, and it looks like you've already turned on dark mode, I imagine. Is that right?
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So let me go ahead and have the mouse for a minute. I'm just going to go ahead and click on a few things and get a very quick, brief view. So here's clicking on the Start button. This Start menu comes up in the middle of the screen, and it's laid out differently. Come over here to the System tray and click on the Hidden Icons button. That looks like what we're accustomed to. The date time all looks like what we're accustomed to. Here's the notifications banner on the side. That looks like what we're accustomed to. Let's come back here to the Windows button. Now, what we're used to with the Windows Start button being on the left side of the screen is there would be a settings. Now, you need to stop moving the mouse so that I can move the mouse. It only lets one of us do it at a time. And it's still not coming up.
What are you looking for?
I was just trying to click on the Start button. It's not coming up. Oh, well, okay, mate. How about you click on the Start button?
All right.
I had it up a moment ago.
Yeah, sure did. Well, I don't know why it stopped working. It's not working for me either. So
do we already have a broken Windows 11? Yeah, Doug connected to it and it got broken right away. Yeah, all right. So
let me try something else.
Yeah,
here.
Go ahead. You got it.
I'll move it. You can adjust the taskbar.
Right.
Right over here in the top, it says taskbar adjustment. I've got it set on center, but you can move it to the left. So let me click on it now and see. No, it still won't come up. I'll be darned.
I didn't see where you clicked to center it.
Okay, up here in can you see? I have two monitors. You can only see.
Oh, I can switch to your other monitor. Here, let me go ahead and switch to your other monitor. Here's your other monitor. Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. I see now.
Right up here to the very top, it says taskbar alignment. Then it has
got it.
Center option and the left.
Okay.
Just click on the left, it goes to the left, then go back, click on center, and it goes to center.
All right. Yeah, I can show either of your monitors, or I can display both of them on the screen at the same time. Right now I have both of them on the screen at the same time. So here I'm going to try clicking on that Start menu again, see if it'll work. It doesn't. So to get to that taskbar settings, I'm doing a right click on the taskbar and then click on taskbar settings. Now on your second monitor is where we see that option.
Right.
So here I'm going to choose left, and that moves all those icons immediately to the left. And then we also have these other items that are all turned off. I'm guessing these were not turned off by default.
There were one or two of them that were turned on, but I don't normally run them on.
Okay.
I have them all.
Okay. So I'm going to turn my attention back to the chat room. If you're wanting to see something specifically demonstrated, this is a good time for you to ask that. And let's see, let me go back up and see what people are asking for in chat. Going back to 2:58 p.m., I look at the timestamps on the chat. If you're not familiar with how to get the timestamps, go to the three-dot menu in the upper right and turn on timestamps. No worries, AVD good. Hellos going back and forth, audio good. Hashim, there is another version of this. I'm guessing you mean another version besides this dev version that we're looking at right now. Let's do a Windows key R, and WinVer is the last thing that you have in there. And then I'm going to switch to your single monitor and see what...
Yeah, I'm running Windows 11 Pro for workstations.
11 Pro for workstations. Okay.
Right.
Okay, so Aaron sent me a text. Might want to center and lower your video as it's hiding part of the right monitor. Oh, that's the picture-in-picture. So now I've gone to it. I'll watch that closer. Thank you, Aaron. So here's we've got build 21996.1, Windows 11 Pro for workstations operating system. And so the Windows 11, I imagine that the installation you did could have installed Windows 11 Home or Windows 11 Pro based upon what your computer already had on it. You did an upgrade installation, is that correct?
I have a key for Windows Pro and Windows Pro Workstation.
Okay.
So to start out with, I did a Windows Pro installation, and then when I wanted to upgrade to my workstation, all I had to do was go to the store and click on search and then type in Windows, and then it give me the option to go ahead and install workstation.
Okay. Now I think you told me in the comments section of one of my videos that you first tried to do a fresh install from USB, is that right?
Right.
And can you tell us what happened when you tried to do that?
Well, I think Microsoft has gotten something in the ISO file that prevents people from doing a fresh install. And the way that I got around that was I put in an ISO from another Windows build, and I started the ISO. And when it got to the point to where it starts showing you that it's downloading the files off the USB onto the computer, I pulled that USB out and stuck in the new one that's got Windows 11 on it. That was the only way that I was able to get it to do a fresh install.
Okay. So maybe it wasn't you that then somebody told me that they couldn't do a fresh install because it said that it could not be installed because you have to have TPM 2.0
Right.
in the BIOS.
That's what it tells you.
Okay. So TPM is, I believe it's Trusted Platform Management, maybe?
Yeah.
And I think what that is it essentially ties the hard drive to that computer, if I understand it right. And the thing when I first heard about that was that concerns me is I've had occasions where a computer's not bootable. The hard drive's damaged, somehow the boot files are damaged and can't recover it. Take the hard drive out of that computer or SSD and connect it to another computer to access the data files. And that's a way to rescue somebody. But with TPM, I don't think you can do that because I don't think it will be accessible in a different computer. If I understand that right. Are you aware of that?
Yeah, I believe that Microsoft left that out so that if it was leaked, people could not install it.
Well, that could be. Okay, maybe the final edition won't have that issue.
I'm sure.
I'm seeing Al is asking, how much is Windows 11 going to be if you download it to a Windows 10 PC? I think pretty much everybody's convinced that it's going to be free for everybody, that there won't be any payment for it, but Microsoft has not actually told us that. It's hard to believe with the way they've been operating in the past that they would be charging for a computer to go from Windows 10. In fact, I did hear one of the pundits or somebody that was in the know saying that if you have a Windows 7 license, you can install Windows 11 for free. So again, we don't have the final word from Microsoft on much of this, but now it's pretty obvious that it's going to be called Windows 11, but we don't know when do we get that, who gets it, is Windows 10 and Windows 11 going to run in parallel for a while? I'm now conceiving that it's possible because it's probably the same operating system underneath, so that the security patches that come along probably only need to be made once and issued to both operating system. I'm suspecting this is just an enhancement, a lipstick on Windows 10. So they probably will be able to operate side by side for a while. Then Hashim, Windows 11 SE is the stripped down versions of 11. So with Windows 10S, that was the one that was stripped down and restricted and had all the problems. So right. I'm guessing for Windows 11, they're calling that SE. Aaron says, wow, not good, MS, LOL. And Ryan, a.k.a. Rain One Full, says, good day, everybody. B.A. Tringer, check Windows updates. Okay, good. We'll go take a look and see what that looks like. And Catherine Hauserman, hello, Catherine, glad to see you. And, I'm scrolling.
I have been.
Go ahead.
I have been checking updates several times a day, and the only updates I'm actually getting right now on this Windows is security updates, and that's it. Nothing else.
Okay, well that makes sense. Let's go ahead and close this, and we'll go take a look. So I'm gonna try my old school keystroke.
Can I mention something?
Yes.
That Win version you just had up.
Yeah.
Did you notice there was two things missing?
Oh. No. Let's go back.
All
Tell
right.
us about it.
Let me show you. Well, I can't show you because I don't have control of the mouse. But
yeah, you do. Go ahead. You have control.
Right here at the bottom. Well, it's not moving. There it is. There's no expiration date.
Okay.
So that means it's not a test build yet. It's evidently a first build, and they haven't got around to putting an expiration date on it because it's not released for testing. The other feature that always shows up on test builds is the watermark that shows up in the lower right-hand corner of the screen, telling you what build number you're running, what version, and the other information that comes with it. So those two things did not show up on Windows 11.
Well, I'm guessing an explanation for that might be that you're accustomed to getting the insider's build, and this is the developer's build. On the ones that you've been doing as an insider, does it say dev up here? I doubt it.
Yes, it does.
Oh, it does. Okay.
Same. That's the reason I mentioned on the build that the last one that they put out that I'm running was 21.390.2025.
Okay.
That build is going to turn into this build, Windows 11. It's not going to be a separate Windows or separate build. They're just going to transform it into this build.
Okay. Well, if this is an earlier state of the build, that was intended to be prior to the insiders, that description you just gave kind of makes sense, because you said the last number you had was 21390. Is that what you said?
Right.
Okay. So it would make sense that the insiders would subsequently get a higher number, which this is a higher number. And if this build is currently intended to be in the track or the ring or whatever of the people prior to you, the beta test, I might call it.
Testing build, right.
Yeah. So that would make some sense. And I think Microsoft has also said during this recent year that the various features that an insiders or even a developers might see won't necessarily show up in the next release of Windows, because the various elements or features can be worked on and developed independent of what edition they're actually going to wind up being published as.
That's right. I read today also that the version of Windows 11 that will be released to the public will be sometime late this fall.
Okay.
So we've got more or less, when they have this event they're going to have on the 24th of this month, we don't actually know if they're going to release Windows 11 to testers.
Right.
But there's a lot of people estimating that that's what's going to happen. But
right.
Anyhow, we'll have from the time that that's released until late this fall to work out all the bugs and finalize it and be able to release it to the public.
Yeah, now when they say release it to the public, that might mean for seekers, meaning it might be a Windows 11 preview that's available for the general public rather than an actual feature update that's pushed out to everybody. Yeah, there's many ways they could do it. Let me catch up with chat because I don't want to get too far behind on their questions. I think I already have. So I'm going back to 311. Ken Stout, running late, finally made it. And then hellos, really enjoying the computer. That's from Mort, probably to Catherine. And some hellos, everyone in the chat. Trusted Platform Module. That's what that TPM stands for. I'm very glad to hear Catherine's replying to somebody. B.A. Tringer, happy to wait for a mature version. The Dude Abides says, I'm happy to wait for a mature version. Yeah, I can be with you on that. And let's see, dude. Windows 10 end of life, I think, is October 2025. Yeah, that thing about there's a thing that was posted on Microsoft's website about that that some people have told me means that there will be no Windows 10 after that particular date, but the actual wording of that is that Microsoft promises to support at least one version of Windows 10 until that date in October 2025. So I think that means that they will be supporting some version of Windows 10, even if it's just essentially
well, that's the version.
Changed.
That's the version that's final now, and that is 19043.
Yeah.
Dot 825, I believe, or 8025. Anyhow, that's the version that will
be supported until that date.
Be supported until that date, right?
Makes sense. So then BH Ringer also missing watermark above system tray indicating evaluation copy. Dude abides. If Windows 10 is supported until 2025, then it's not an update. It is something you decide to move to. That's potentially so. It could be that you can decide to stay with Windows 10 rather than accept the Windows 11. I don't know. We don't know yet. But that's certainly a valid option. Mike Parodin comes in. Hi, Mike. And Al, I hope Windows 11 doesn't make my PC slower. My main desktop is 3 years old. Now that is a significant thing. When the public release becomes available, my intention is to try to install it a few different ways on older PCs I have around here and get an idea of how much of a space hog it is and get some kind of performance comparisons. Catherine's asking everybody to like the video. Thank you, Catherine. I love it when you jump in there and ask people to do that. It helps. And then some more hellos. Drew done. Mort saying done. I guess that means that he liked the video. Thank you so much. And I'm seeing 23 concurrent viewers and 6 likes. Thank you, everybody, for being with us. So we are here with David Nation Sr. and in Arkansas. And Monticello. Monticello or Monticello?
Monticello.
Monticello, okay. And he's got Windows 10 that he installed, and we're taking a look at it. So if you have something specific you want us to show, then speak up about it. And I see you pointing to File Explorer. Do you want to show us something there?
Yeah. Let me bring this up. Let me see. I'll click on my PC. Will take it. These are the drives that I have on my PC. And these new folders, the way they're the design and the color, these folders are in the 21.390 build that we're running right now on Windows Insiders. Okay. So all the internal stuff on the last Insiders build is the same on this PC. The only difference is the outward look.
Yeah.
The front page, taskbar, that's the only thing that's different.
And for all I could...
I want to mention something else. I've noticed people normally have the search bar on the taskbar to find things.
Right.
Well, if this start button would work, which it doesn't. But let me tell you what you can do. If you want to find something on your computer or on a website, it makes no difference. Just click on the start button one time and the start menu will pop up. Then all you have to do is type in what you're looking for and it will bring it up. And then all you have to do is click on it and go to it.
Okay. Well, coincidentally, I have a Windows user tip video coming out at 6 o'clock today that shows that exact feature in Windows 10.
Yeah, that's absolutely true. You do not have to use the search bar that comes on the taskbar. All you got to do is click on the start button, and then when the menu pops up, just type in whatever it is you're looking for.
Yeah,
whether it's on a computer or on the web, it'll bring it up.
Yeah, and that is true with Windows 10 in my video tonight, and even just the Windows key without even clicking on the start button.
Right.
So I'm going to try the Windows key. Oh, there it is. So the Windows key brought it up, even though we couldn't click on the start button. So now just start typing, and here's your search. It's in a different position on the screen, and we can search everywhere or just apps or documents, web, and more. So yeah, that's what my video coming out tonight is demonstrating on Windows 10.
Okay. Are you aware of the new feature that they've put on the last build of Windows?
Which new feature? What new feature?
Well, it used to be called Windows Accessories.
Okay. Go ahead and show us.
Let me see if I can bring it up here. Now it's called Windows Tools.
Okay.
And it's kind of like a second control panel. It has the command prompt on it.
Oh,
Over
look at
here,
this. There's actually direct access to control panel from here.
yeah, sure can. You can go to computer management,
Good.
services, click on run. If you need to run regedit, PowerShell.
So a lot of things that we would previously do a right click on the start button are in here. And also things that we would go to settings for are in here. And also even registry editor is in here.
Right, sure is.
All right. So this was Windows Tools. And how did you get to this?
It's part of Windows now.
Yeah, but what?
Okay,
It's on the start button.
If you want to find it,
Oh, there it is.
Go up here top, click on
Yeah,
all apps, scroll all the way down, and it's right there.
Okay.
Windows Tools, and you
Okay.
can pin it to the start menu from there.
All right. Let me have the mouse and keyboard for a moment. So I'm going to come back here and just press the Windows keys. Yeah, so when you first went to it, you just got it right from here. Windows Tools, and then there's TeamViewer, which you must have installed on the computer.
Right.
4K download video terminal. So these are all pinned items. So these are items that you have pinned, although I'm kind of guessing maybe calculator in your phone was already pinned by default.
No, it's not.
Oh, you pinned them yourself.
I put those on there.
Oh, okay.
Let me show you something else.
Yeah, go ahead.
There is 3 pages to the start menu.
Okay.
I don't think people are aware of that.
Oh, yes, those dots out there.
You go here and click on the right-hand side where the down arrow is, and it will show you the next page.
All right.
And then when that window gets full, all you have to do is click back on it, and it'll take you back to the first page.
Okay.
So there's actually 3 pages on the start menu that you can pin items to.
And I'm kind of wondering, and I almost would bet, like a cell phone, if you fill that up, it'll add another page.
No, right here.
So?
I have my cell phone connected to my PC.
Yeah.
And let me click on it. I don't know why that came up like that. But if I want to call somebody, all I got to do is type in the phone number, and it will call that person.
Okay.
Have any of you guys used that yet?
Oh, I haven't. I don't see any reason to want to call people through.
And it also shows you notifications that you get on your phone.
And also, but that only works with a Android phone, doesn't it?
It works on Android and iPhone.
Really?
Those are the only 2 phones that work.
Okay.
On.
Last I knew, I didn't think it worked with iPhone. Maybe
yes, sir. It sure does.
Okay.
It
cool.
does work on iPhone.
Cool.
But here's something I want to mention. If you want to use your My Phone app on your computer, in order to connect to it, you have to have a Bluetooth connection.
Okay.
When they first brought this program on to Windows, you could do it with your Wi-Fi connection. But Windows, for some reason, changed it to Bluetooth. So you now have to have a Bluetooth connection to your computer in order for this My Phone app to work.
Okay. And if you have a computer that doesn't have Bluetooth built in, you could buy a USB adapter that's a Bluetooth adapter.
Yes, that's what I did. Because I have an older computer and it does not have built-in Bluetooth.
Speaking of older computer, in the chat room, BH Ringer says, I'm watching this on a 15-year-old 64-bit Dell Latitude D520 running Windows 10 21H1. Runs better than the original XP. So that's a computer that originally had XP. Good going, BH Ringer. I'm proud of you. I'm like getting life out of equipment. I know something else I wanted to look at. Oh, come on. What was it? As we were going somewhere else, what was it? So I just did a right click on the desktop. Okay, well, let's take a look at this. View different size icons, sort by, refresh, open a Windows terminal, share view online. Always keep this device, free up space. Those are all look pretty apparent. Oh, the rounded corners. So much has been made about the rounded corners. Oh, I know what it was that I want to look at. Let's bring up an app. Do you have Microsoft Word or some regular productivity application?
Excel is the only thing that I use.
Okay, so
I'm not sure I got it pinned, but I do use it.
Okay, so let's just type EXL. I've got the keyboard here, EXC, because that's doing a search, and that should show us Excel. It's not showing that it's search for apps in Microsoft Store. Okay, that's not. How about just Notepad?
Let me tell you this. I've only had this 2 days, so I probably forgot to install it.
That's fine. Here's what I want to see is let's see. I wonder if I can open more than one Notepad.
Sure, you can. I wouldn't know why. Why you couldn't?
So here's two. So I want to come up here to this maximize button. I like this feature, where you can go to the maximize button and choose one of these layouts that you want to use. Right. So if you want this to be on the left-hand side of the screen, you click that, then it shows whatever other programs you have open. You can click on that and make it on the right-hand side. So with Windows 10, we would use the Windows key and then left arrow key or right arrow key in order to make one application go to that side and then pick which one we want to be on the other side. They just made this more discoverable so that when you float the mouse over the maximize button, you can click on the layout that you want and then click on the applications that you want to be in the other portion of the screen. Right. And this is the YouTube video running right now. We have that running in the background. So that's something that I like that feature, because people don't know about organizing. If they're doing multitasking and having multiple programs open, to have them visible on the screen in some cases is very useful.
Well, let me mention something else here.
Yeah.
Let me close these out. Now, I don't have it. Well, I've got it turned off. Let me open this up. Taskbar buttons.
Let me show you. Let me get your other monitor. Okay, we're looking at your other monitor now.
Okay, if you turn on taskbar buttons, you can come over here and now I was pretty sure that that brought up the taskbar view where you could have 2 or 3 screens open at the same time. But I don't see it on the taskbar now.
Stay there for a moment. Let me get to the correct monitor. Whoops, got that one wrong here. So this one said show badges on taskbar buttons. And tell us again what you were trying to find. What effect would it have?
You remember the taskbar view that normally shows up on the bottom left-hand side of the taskbar, where you can click on
the task view, so you can see the history?
No, so you can bring up more than one Windows.
Oh, more than one desktop.
Right. Yes.
Yes.
That's what I was talking about.
Yes.
I don't see it on this version.
Yeah, let's see. Here's desktop button. How about that? Let's see if that.
Well, I didn't see anything pop up, but maybe it's in the start menu. Take a look in the start menu, see if it's in there.
All right. Oh, I got to use the Windows key on the keyboard because clicking on that doesn't work anymore.
Okay, let me ask, just type in task view and see what it does.
Task view is a task switcher virtual desktop system. Among the first, task view allows the user to quickly locate an open window, show the desktop, manage across multiple, click the task view button.
There's a task view install. Maybe that would install it.
Switch between multiple workspaces. Yeah, I saw somebody demonstrate this, and I don't remember where they went to do it.
Well, I normally hide it. It comes on the taskbar.
All right.
But I don't use it, so I normally just unpin it from the taskbar.
Yeah, I haven't come across anybody that uses it, meaning having multiple desktops. And I had that in one of my recent user tips video, showing that on Windows 10. And I know they got rid of the task history. What's that? It was part of task view on Windows 10.
Oh, here it is, right down over here.
Did you find
see it? Yeah, show task view button.
Okay, good. Yeah, so turn that guy on.
I turned it on.
All right.
But I didn't see it pop up.
Do we have to close this window before it shows up?
Well, we'll go ahead and close it and find out. But right there, task
there it is.
view.
That's it. Okay.
That's it. You can bring up more than one Windows.
Yeah, so this shows all the things that you have currently open, and then there's a plus sign towards the bottom for new desktop.
Right.
That would allow you to create a new, essentially virtual desktop that doesn't have any programs open until you open them. And then you can switch back and forth, and one of the uses that have been described for this is like you might have your personal use desktop and your work use desktop, and you might have the icons and such set up differently between them.
Yeah, just like in case the guys are watching stuff on the internet, they don't want their girlfriends or wives to see.
Right. It's a quick way to make everything not visible. So the Dude Abide says, okay, getting late here in Germany, time to go to bed. Enjoyed the stream. Good night to all. Good night, Dude Abides. Aaron, that's a nice and useful feature. And Dan the Man, show task view is there. So he saw that before we found it. All right. So one of the things that I was concerned about when I found out that there's going to be Windows 11 is there going to be difficulties from a computer support point of view the way we had when Windows 8 came along. That was a nightmare for users that bought a new computer and found it had Windows 8 and they had no idea how to work with it, and then trying to give them an orientation to it, and then also for me to just come along and try to manage it because it was so totally bizarre and different. So I'm going to try a couple things here for my common things that I do for providing computer support. Windows key R and then control panel. Whoops, wait a minute. That's happening on my computer instead of yours, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's happening on my computer. Get rid of my computer. Okay, so now I'm back. Windows key R and then control panel, enter. That gets me there. Good. I'll close that. Windows key R, appwiz.cpl. Gets me into the add remove programs. Great. And Windows key R, control printers. It gets me there. I'm pretty happy with that.
Well, I just want to mention again, that anything you can do on the Windows you're running right now, you can do on Windows 11.
That makes total sense.
It has not changed.
Yeah, yeah. This is a fluff lipstick on Windows 10. Some changes in appearance. Now, I started to talk about these rounded corners, and I find it really comical. And the redesign of the icons, I'm not sure I'm so impressed or pleased with them. Now, one of the things by default is Windows 11 has the recycle bin as the only icon on the desktop. I think the only one. It looks like you've turned it off. And I want to make a point out of that. So let's see. My normal way of doing that would be Windows key, then themes and related settings. Go into here. And then there's an option that must be on your second monitor now, I think. Yeah, over here on the right-hand side, desktop icon settings. You can turn on or off what you want visible on the desktop, and recycle bin is turned on.
Yeah, I've got it. It's in the start menu.
Oh, okay, so it's not on the desktop?
Well, no,
I
moved it from the desktop to the start menu.
Oh, okay.
I pinned it there.
Okay, fine. So apparently, even with desktop with recycle bin turned on, it can be moved to a different place.
When you click on view and show desktop icon.
Oh, that's it. That's it.
It's there.
Okay, so what I want to point out.
I always keep that off.
Got it. I understand now. So the recycle bin on Windows 10 is kind of a 3D. It's turned at an angle, so you see the depth of it. Right. Now, what I had seen previously showed this as just like the front flat panel of the recycle bin, but it looks like this actually has the recycle arrows, and you can actually see the top of it. So I like this better than what I thought I saw. I thought I just saw a very flat, two-dimensional, dull, boring icon.
Now, when it's got stuff in it, it just like a regular trash can, it shows above the top of the trash.
Oh, it looks like it's got stuff in it.
It's got stuff in it, yeah. It sure
All right.
does.
All right. Well, that's interesting. Let's see. Here's another thing I want to look at. Windows key and then performance for advanced. Actually, I'll try that again. I think the way I type that is advanced performance. Not seeing it there, so let's go old school. Open Windows Explorer, File Explorer, and then right click on this PC, go to Properties, and that's probably on your other monitor, switching to the other monitor, and then Advanced System Settings. So this is a little different path, and I'm guessing that's on your other monitor. So switching back. Here's what I'm looking.
I know what you're looking for.
Yeah, right in here for settings. And so right now, your computer is set to let Windows choose what's best for my computer. So based on the performance capabilities of your computer, Windows has decided to have these options enabled, but not these two. And so in the office environment, I commonly go straight to best performance because they don't care about the fluff. And so if you're wanting to improve the performance of your computer, you could just go straight to this, and it's going to look less pretty in some places. Some people won't even notice, and I'm one of those that typically
Well, that's fine. Just leave it there.
Oh, what, on best performance or?
Yeah. And in fact, I normally run custom, which is the same.
All right, sure.
It does nothing.
Well, hang on a second. Let's do one other thing, and there we'll go right back into it.
All right.
Because one thing, if you select best performance, that removes all those check marks. But now, if you pick a couple of these items, this will automatically move to custom, so that you can pick just the items that you want. Okay, so now let's see if that makes an obvious visual difference to us. Recycle bin so far looks the same. I'm guessing if it had stuff in it, we might not see it overflowing or might not see it out the top.
Right.
I'm not recognizing any difference from this point, but if, for instance, in File Explorer, if you were to, now I'm not going to actually move anything, but as you're dragging,
Go ahead.
if you're dragging something around, you'll see more of this animated motion if you have those options selected. So right now we're seeing just kind of a thumbnail image. I have no idea that's a group, but let's press the escape key to get out of there and go back to what's going to be the quickest way to get adjust appearance and performance of Windows. Maybe that gets us into it. Yes, it does. So if we come back here to this option and click OK and see if dragging something is different. We get more informative stuff on these icons. Now if I start dragging something, does it look different?
Yeah, it's flat. It doesn't. It had a picture in the folder before.
Yeah.
I believe.
It was just kind of generic.
Right.
Yeah, I think it was a generic representation. So here's screenshots. So if I hold down the mouse button, start dragging it, that's what we saw previously. So anyway, I don't think I saw anything impressive between those two options.
No.
Looking back at chat, see if anybody's asking us to pull up something or demonstrate something specific. Going back to 329 in chat. That's a nice and useful feature. Show task view is there. Windows 8 sucked. Windows 8.1 was good. I'll call it better. Oh, I see. -GD. Hello, I think that's the first time I've seen your name. Welcome. Good to see you. And then, but still slower than Windows 10. Aaron, I agree. Catherine, I never could embrace it. Went straight to 10 from 7. And -GD says, no, it's faster. Not quite sure there if who's talking about Windows 8 and who's talking about Windows 11. Catherine, I went from 8.1 to 10. -GD. I have very low spec PC from 2013. It runs 8.1 with extreme performance compared to Windows 10. Oh, okay. Interesting, Hyphen. Thank you for letting us know that. So you find Windows 8.1 runs better for you than Windows 10. And runs 10 like crap on my old PC. And some hellos. Al saying I dislike Windows 8.1. The store wasn't the best. Probably because the memory. Yes, I know. So it runs faster. 8 gigabytes of RAM on Windows 10 uses like 40% of your memory. And on 8 gigabytes of RAM, Windows 8.1 uses under 20% of memory. Yeah, interesting. And also Windows 10 is resource hungry, and if you're gaming on lower spec PC, use Windows 8.1. Is System Restore disabled by default? Oh, good question. Now, of course, this isn't the final edition. We'll take a look at that in a minute. How to make window borders transparent in Windows 11. Oh, ooh, that's from Selmo. Hi, Selmo. I don't think I've seen your name before. Welcome. Good to see you. Dan Nielsen, I went from XP to Windows 10. Beatringer, could you check Windows security? So 2 things for us to check on. System Restore. So closing this, and then I'm going to try it with Windows key, System space Restore. Yeah, there's create a restore point right here. And System Restore right here, it shows System Restore is turned on. Now, did you turn it on, David, or do you think it was on by default?
No, I did not.
You did not turn it on. So, on by default in this developer's edition of Windows 11. And then how to make window borders transparent. So, actually 3 things for us to look at. Window borders transparent in Windows 11. I haven't noticed... now you have dark mode enabled, and the border of this File Explorer does appear to be transparent. I'm going to bring it down to its medium size. So,
well, let me mention, I don't know how to do that because I haven't done it, but you can do it the same way you normally would.
Yeah, I would expect so. I do see a thin border around the top here and a thin border on the side, and I would expect that to be in that advanced system settings. One of those check marks I would expect to be about those borders, but I don't know. Animate controls, animate, enable P, fade or slide, shadows, thumbnails, translucent selection.
What about translucent selection? Would that be the same?
Show translucent selection rectangle. No, I'll show you what I think that means in a moment. We'll test it. Smooth roll. Yeah, I don't see it. So translucent. So if I drag a selection box around these items, there's that blue translucent.
Right.
Okay, I think that's what that's referring to. So let's prove that by turning off that translucent, apply that, and then come back to this window and drag across it. That still looks just as translucent to me.
Yeah, does the same.
All right, so click OK on that. Does that make a difference? It shouldn't. Applying it should have been enough. Yeah, so I don't see the difference that made. Then there was another request, check Windows security. So let's check for Windows security down here. And it looks like this one, Windows security actions recommended. And we didn't go look at the Windows Update screen yet. So app and browser control, it allows you to turn it on if you choose, and that's same as Windows 10. This looks pretty much the same as Windows 10.
Yeah, sure is.
Which is consistent with what you were describing. Okay, so that is Windows security. And then let's do Windows key update space settings. This is my favorite way to get to Windows Update settings. And I guess that's on your other monitor. Switching now. So this looks the same.
Yeah, everything's the same. Nothing's changed.
Yeah. So advanced options, we can still push out updates for a long time in the future. I can't see the scroll bar there, but that should go much longer. Using the down arrow key. No, it doesn't. It only goes about a week.
Well, you talking about updates?
Yeah, because in Windows 10, you can pause updates much longer than that.
Okay, let me show you.
All right.
7 days, I think, is the maximum. Go down here and click on the...
Well, hang on right here. Pause updates for 7 days. That's available here and on Windows 10. But when you go into advanced options on Windows 10, you can go much further. I'm going to go ahead and demonstrate that on my computer. Let's do this. You could go ahead and open that YouTube. I'll let you do that so that you can see it on the video. And your screen is off the video right now. So here's my Windows 10. And then if I press the Windows key, update settings, then go into advanced options, and down here for pause until, I can scroll this down all the way out to July 22nd, so over a month.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so Windows 10 lets you do this, but going back one screen, this option right here says 7 days. Right. So you can pause Windows 10 longer than it looks like we can pause Windows 11 in this developer edition that you have. So,
of course, like I say, they're telling me that there's a lot of items that they haven't put on this version of Windows yet. Right. A lot of items.
Right. There's going to be more stuff and more changes for sure.
Right.
There's another question in chat for us to look at. Windows Security. Microsoft could provide a theme that makes Windows look like Windows 7. Okay, from Selmo. Yeah. And actually, I think there's already known a setting you can make Windows 11 look like Windows 10, other than just that taskbar change. Let's get this closed down. And then what else? Only the toolbar and start menu are transparent. The top edge of Windows are opaque. Okay, only the toolbar and start menu are transparent. Let me switch back to the other monitor. Only the toolbar and start menu. Okay, so start menu. I have to use the Windows key because I can't click on it. Start menu are transparent. Okay, so yeah, you can see this desktop background through this start menu. See that?
Yeah.
Okay. So I think what he's saying is if we do advanced performance or advanced system settings and turn off that transparent setting, translucent selection. Let's go here for best performance.
Isn't there a adjustment for that in personal settings? If I'm not mistaken,
Could be.
can.
Yeah, this is still visible through there, so that's not what did it. So that'd be right click and choose personalize. Is that what
Right.
you're referring to?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And I think someplace on there, look on that's the background screen, I believe.
Yeah, background.
I think if you click on themes, it might be in there.
I'm drawing a blank on what we're looking for. What are we looking for?
I think it was a transparent setting.
Oh, the translucent or something?
Yeah,
All
transparent.
right.
I think they call it transparent.
All right. Let's see what this scroll bar does. Now these are just these various different themes.
Yeah, it's not showing up.
And you have the dark theme. I'm going to go ahead and show what the light theme looks like. So I'll just minimize that. So there's the light theme, and then Alt Tab. Does that get me back? Yes. And then go back to your dark theme. Now, when I do Alt Tab from here, I don't see anything. I think that's probably because it's on the other screen. Alt Tab. Yeah, that shows me all the open programs. And this is laid out differently. In Windows 10, Alt Tab shows things horizontally until you get more than one row. Simo says, I like the edges of transparent windows like in Windows 7, but Microsoft would never come back with Windows 7 transparency. BH Ringer says they've added separate protection history module in Windows Security. Dan the Man. Interesting, you can pause update until June 24th, the day of the Microsoft event. Actually, that was going to July 24th, not June 24th. June 24th, a week from today, is the Microsoft event. And Wintermute, look in colors there. So I think he's telling us that that's where that was. So back to themes and related settings. And Paul is saying go under color. It's there. Switch to your other monitor. And color here. Transparency effects are on.
It's on.
So if I turn that off, I just clicked on it, and then let's see, I don't think there is an apply button for this, so I'll go back to your first monitor. Yeah, see here now the Windows menu.
It changed. It's
Yeah,
all.
it's not.
It's
not
black. It's not transparent. No.
Right. Okay. Back to your other monitor. Turn transparency on. So now for a low capability computer, I think turning transparency off is probably going to help performance. Going to color protection history within virus threat protection has been buggy. Paul says I changed mine back to the 10 start menu. I think, Paul, you must have Windows 11 as well. Is that what you changed back to the 10 start menu? And RM, so is Internet Exploder gone? So RM asks, so is Internet Exploder gone? LOL. So I think he intentionally misspelled that.
I think he meant 11, Windows Explorer 11.
Yes. So Paul says yes. So he has Windows 11, but I'm saying that RM's misspelled Internet Explorer, I think intentionally to call it Internet Exploder. But I'm going to press the Windows key here and type Internet Explorer, and I believe it is not here anymore. And so yes, I don't see it. Whereas in Windows 10, oh, actually iExplore. The way I get to it with Windows 10, because I do have clients who have to have it, iExplore. Oh, there it is. It is here.
Yeah.
Okay, so backward compatibility still. There's Internet Explorer. It's here. Let's go to the menu. Help and feedback about Microsoft Edge. Okay, so I think what we have here is Microsoft Edge in Internet Explorer mode. I remember that's a thing now, that you can run Microsoft Edge in Internet Explorer mode. Let's make this bigger. I don't remember where that is. In private window. See these options in here.
What are you looking for?
A way to switch to Internet Explorer mode.
Well, let me show you. It's in the control panel.
Control panel? All right, go ahead.
Okay.
Are you on the other monitor, I think?
Well, if I can find my mouse. There it is. If you go up here and click on, let me see, where's control panel at?
That's on the start menu, isn't it?
Well, I thought I had it pinned there. Let's do it this way.
There it is.
Okay.
Upper left of the search.
Okay, if you click on it, then click on Programs and Features, and go to Turn on Windows Features.
Oh, okay.
Then if you scroll down, Internet Explorer, I believe, has been removed from this. It's no longer
not even an option.
Not even an option.
Well, I do remember that there is some kind of way to run Edge in Internet Explorer mode, and when I did that search for iExplore, which is the executable file name for Internet Explorer, it was present. When I launched it, it indicated Edge. So I'm also wondering if that is legacy Edge.
Could be.
Okay, so yeah, Paul says there is a file, but it will not launch. Whoa, So let me go to, let's go to your browser. Here's a browser, go to a new tab and do a search for Edge in Internet Explorer mode. There it is. As you open your critical applications search to enable IE mode, Chromium Edge, GP Edit, Group Policy Editor. Oh, wow, that's deeper than I expected. Makes it easy to use, uses integrated Chromium, tried it from Internet Explorer, Legacy. Legacy, when a site loads in IE mode, so is that saying a site can specify that it needs Internet Explorer mode? Okay, I don't want to dig much deeper on that because that's just not something many people need. But I do have clients that have government websites that still required Internet Explorer.
Right.
I think they're working on improving that or fixing that, but not fixed yet. Well, I'm getting to a point where I'm ready to wrap this up and wind it down. I am caught up with chat. Now, you said near the beginning of this that there are some things that you found that you can't do. Have you told us about those yet?
Well, for probably the last 30 years that I've used Windows, I always run the taskbar on the top of the page.
Oh, all right. That won't work?
That does not work.
I want to try it. So the way we get to that is right-click on the taskbar to unlock it. So taskbar settings, and that must be on your other monitor. Switching now.
Right. It's not in there.
Okay, so is there an option here for locking taskbar? Taskbar alignment. This is where you change left or center. Doesn't let you do right alignment. How about that? Okay, widgets, desktop button, hide in desktop mode, show badges, Windows Ink, show touch, task view button, show search, customize toolbars. Okay, select which icons appear, turn on or off. Customize taskbars that's probably come up. Is that on your other monitor?
Right.
How to use taskbar, pin and app. Lock, use peak, color, lock, change taskbar location. Typically at the bottom, you can move it either side to the top. Taskbar unlocked, you can see lock and unlock taskbar to find out if yours is locked. That, let's see what it says about that. Height, rearrange, taskbar location, left, right, top, bottom, taskbar settings. This looks to me like it's talking about Windows 10.
Right.
The taskbar is unlocked. Okay, so how about Windows key unlock taskbar? Spelling counts. Computer should be smart enough to know what I meant. Unlock taskbar Windows 10. You have to open settings by searching, choose personalization.
Yeah, we know how to do that for Windows 10. But...
Right. How to get Windows 11 styled centered taskbar. Yeah, wow, that's it. That's fascinating because that's something that I know people who use their taskbar at other locations. Now, here's something that I just noticed that's still present, is rarely talked about. I'm going to open a couple applications. Down here in the bottom right corner to the very right of the taskbar, there's the notifications icon, but further to the right, there's a vertical line. And that vertical bar right there, when you click on it, it should minimize everything that's open right now. I prefer Windows key D for doing that. But when that first came up, I think it was Windows 7, I found I was always accidentally triggering that. Somehow I'd move my mouse out of the way and it would always go down to the bottom right corner of the screen. And back then what would happen, whatever you had open would temporarily disappear as long as the mouse was hovering over this rectangle bar out here. That's not happening now, and I don't think it happens with Windows 10, but it happened with Windows 7. When the mouse hovered over that, everything you had open just disappeared, and it took a while before I discovered that's what was going on, because I was thinking, man, every once in a while everything just minimizes. What's up with that?
Yeah, well, I hope in the next version of Windows 11 that item is fixed.
Well, I think it's kind of pointless to have it there because it's so rarely known by anybody as far as I can tell. And it's so difficult to move your mouse to that. It's so thin. With Windows 7, when that originally came out, it was much wider. Yeah. And it was easier to float over that. Let's see. So RM says, protection history threat buggy, changed mine back. Is Internet Explorer gone? It looks like it is, but I know that I've been told that Edge has a way to run in Explorer mode, but I question whether that will actually be sufficient for the websites that require Internet Explorer.
Right.
Paul says yes. RM says no, that's what I call it, LOL. And I'm not sure what, it's been too long. I've lost that conversation thread. Dan the Man with Windows 11, you can pause update until June 24th. No, it's July 24th. It's over a month. Oh, I'm sorry, Dan the Man. No, you're right. Windows 11, we can only delay for a week. You're right, absolutely. It was Windows 10, we can go out till over a month away. RM says, yay, Paul, there is a file, but it will not launch for iExplorer. And you have to click on it. Thanks for the live stream. Enjoy your content. Can you drag the taskbar? And did I try that yet? So I'm sure the answer to that is no. Holding down the mouse button, trying to drag it to another location, cannot do that. And I'm certain you've tried that, David.
Yes, sir, I have.
So you can disable that go to desktop button. You can disable that go to desktop button with Windows 11. So I think he's referring to that button in the bottom right corner. BH Ringer, bye for now. Have client waiting for remote session. Okay, so this could go on and on with, I keep looking back to chat. Let's go ahead and end this. I'm switching back to the Zoom menu here. Could you point your camera up a little bit so we can see the rest of your head, maybe?
Oh, I didn't know it was lower.
Yeah. All right. So, David, that's better. Now we can see your face. Thank you again so much for doing this. I really enjoyed having the opportunity to show this.
Well, I hope it was helpful.
I think so, because we got people able to ask their questions of this. And we'll see what we get when we get the real thing and the announcement next week. I intend to watch it live. It's going to be 8 a.m. my time. You're 2 hours ahead of me, so you'll be 10 a.m. Do you intend to watch the announcement?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, okay. I would think so. All right, so that's it. Goodbye to everybody in chat. Thank you, everybody, for being with us. And thank you very much to David. So
okay.
I'm going to...
Thanks for having me.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and click you out of the Zoom meeting. And then I'll just say my last ending piece, and we're done. All right?
All right.
All right. Bye, David.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye. Okay, so that's a leave meeting, and there's my email address if you want to reach out to me for anything. I'm just clicking to disconnect from David's computer over here. I hope you enjoyed that and it was useful. Have a great day. Catch you later. Goodbye.